Recently, US House Speaker Nancy Pelosi visited the island called Taiwan. China got provoked and we saw military drills, ballistic missile firing from PLA, People's Liberation Army. Any reaction of the world was silenced by China saying it is our internal matter. If you are following the news, you must have heard the big story behind China and Taiwan. So, what's the reason for China's such obsession with Taiwan? Basically, Taiwan is an island with area approximately 36,000 square kilometers. It is 161 kilometers away from the mainland China, separated by Taiwan Strait, also known as Formosa Strait, in South China Sea. China's history reveals that expeditions were sent by Zhou dynasty emperor and Taiwan was hence spotted. In 1624, Dutch East India Company founded a colony in Taiwan and they lasted till 1661. In 1683, it came under China dynasty that is called Qing dynasty. A lot of Chinese migrated to Taiwan. In 1895, China lost first Sino-Japanese war and Taiwan was ceded to Japan. In the second war, China won and Taiwan was again in the hands of China. It was then called Republic of China (ROC). But ROC was under military dictatorship. There was unrest, civil wars, and a lot of mess. During this time, Mao Zedong, the communist leader, became prominent. In 1949, he established People's Republic of China (PRC). This island has subtropical climate, abundant resources, advanced infrastructure built by Japan. Chiang, the military leader under whom Republic of China flourished, went to Taiwan, taking ROC's air force, artifacts from the National Palace, fuel, radio station, ammunition, boats, cars, gold, and a lot more. And Taiwan, hence, was away from communism. By 1950, there were two China. First, led by Kai Shek, where there was authoritarian government and it was ROC. Other was led by Mao Zedong, where communism was flourishing, and it was known as PRC, People's Republic of China. Both claimed to be the real China. Battle for recognition started. Taiwan took ROC seat in UN. Western country recognized Taiwan as the only China. But in 1954, first Taiwan Strait crisis broke. What happened then? Chiang put troops over China's island and Mao responded by bombing these islands. Military tensions were going on and all the same happened till the next few years. But at this time, Taiwan kept on growing and soon we saw an economic boom. It was in 1970. Then Cold War started. Mao's China became strategically important for the US and therefore world also started to prioritize it. In 1971, UN decided to recognize Beijing as the real China, the PRC, People's Republic of China. Chiang died and soon Mao Zedong died too. Xiaoping became the new leader of China and China was open to the world. For next few years, relations improved between Taiwan and China. People were allowed to move wherever they wanted to meet their families and relatives. Trade took place, but when economic ties deepened, there was a thing cultural division. They went on expanding. People in China started considering themselves as the real Chinese, and Taiwan's people were non Chinese according to them. In 1992, meeting was held in Hong Kong where Beijing and Taiwan agreed on one China. But it was a verbal consensus interpreted differently by the two sides. On one side, CCP thought that the two sides of the strait belong to one China, and China is ruled by Beijing. Both sides will work for national reunification. This was communist part. And on the other side, Taiwan interpreted it as Taiwan has democracy with multiple parties, and it will continue the same. In 2000, Taiwan elected Chen Shui-bian as its president from Democratic People's Party that openly demanded Taiwan's independence. China passed a law according to which China could use force to keep Taiwan. In 2014, Sunflower Movement led by students broke in Taiwan demanding the Taiwan's independence. It was first open protest against China. In 2013, Xi Jinping came into power and he wants to do what Mao could not. He wants to be the China's greatest leader. For what he must take Taiwan. Today, Taiwan has its own flag, its own currency, institutions, and much more. It is a chip superpower, but only 14 countries recognize Taiwan. China's basis for claiming Taiwan is its history and 1992 consensus, but there is no real written agreement. Taiwan continues to tell the world that it is not going to fall the victim of its past. Taiwan has moved a lot. Today, it has dynamic society, got world's first transgender cabinet minister, allowed same-sex marriage, one of the world's top democracy. So let us see, what do Taiwan's people want? 5.2% of them say that they want independence as soon as possible. 1.3% want reunification, and whopping 93.5% want status quo. But China's military moves are definitely not supporting the majority's demand. Thanks for watching the video. Subscribe for such updates.